What is going on YouTube? Sawyer here, back with another video. And today, again, you'll notice that we are doing things a little bit different. No products being open today, no cards being open today. Instead, I'm making a follow-up video from a video I made about a month ago that I'll link up here. And it was more about what my plan was for the 2022-2023 basketball season in terms of cards and product releases and what I was planning on purchasing, how much I was planning on spending, and what my ROI was. Like, of all the products that I opened, you know, what was my actual return on investment from that product? So I think it would be interesting for you guys to figure that out if you're curious. I've done all the math and all the tedious stuff so that you guys don't have to, and you can understand, like, okay, on average, if I were to buy these products, this is probably what I'm going to expect in return. But for those that didn't see that video, just a quick introduction. So on the sheet here, we have the release date of the product, the name of the set, what type of product it is, whether it's hobby, retail, like a blaster box, mega box, is it a Tmall, a choice? There's a lot of different options, a lot of different products out there. I try and keep that all organized. I put in the retail costs, like what does it look like on Panini's website or at some of the major websites that sell sealed wax, which is a term for product that has never been opened straight from the manufacturer. I put an on sale price for some of the prices that I've been paying attention to on like hobby boxes and stuff that have seen a discount since they first released. And then like what was the actual price that I paid for that product. This will include sometimes multiple purchases. So for example, like Contenders blaster box, I spent $160 on that. Which means I bought what is that for? Like six. I think I bought 6 boxes, so that's why it's like $160. And then I get the card value. So after I have opened that box or that product, then I look up the individual card's value. Now me, I'm not a sports card investor. I know there's a lot to claim to be that, you know, that they invest in sports cards. That's not me. I just enjoy opening the product, and I'm curious to see how much money I'm losing by doing this. You know, how expensive is this hobby is basically my curiosity, as well as like helping you guys out if you want to know as well. So with that being said, I have a simple ROI calculation that just takes, you know, the price I paid, factoring in how much value in cards I pulled, and that gives me my ROI. Someone asked me in the comments the other day, I'm trying to remember who, I might post a screenshot of that comment, but they were asking me how I get my card value prices. Well, what I do after I go back through and look at my cards after I open them, and I go to eBay and I look for comps. For example, I go to 2022-2023 Prizm Basketball Blaster Box, Paolo Banchero, Cracked Ice. I have a $60 value. So if I look this up on eBay, go over to eBay, 2022-2023 Prizm Basketball, Paolo Banchero, Cracked Ice. You can see on May 29th, this sold for $66, $71 on another day, you know, and so I put a conservative number there at 60. But anyways, if we look at like what's performed best and what's performed worst, the worst performing was Prizm Hobby and Contenders Hobby and Panini Hoops. Those 3 were pretty bad. But to be fair, I only bought 2 packs of the hobby box. So if I would have bought, you know, the full $660 of hobby box, I think that ups my chances, right, of pulling something nice versus just buying 2 individual packs from a hobby box that were total flops. If you want to see that, just look at the Prizm retail versus hobby video. Same thing with Contenders. I only bought 1 pack of the hobby box. There's 4 in a hobby box, so again, I kind of lowered my chances. So I don't know if those are like fair percentages. I was a little disappointed by Optic, but I still have hope for Select, Mosaic, and Obsidian. Hopefully they can up that average. I'm crossing my fingers I can get my first like monster hit. Out of all the product that has been released, I do cross out some products that are just too expensive for me, or I just can't justify spending the money on. And then there's some sets that I still am missing some information on. Like I'm really clueless what select hobby boxes are going to go for this year. We saw that that Prism and Optic were both about half the cost of what they were last year. So it's hard to use last year's hobby box price to guess this year's hobby box price. So right now I just have some question marks there. I'm already way over budget. I was planning to spend, this should say $2,500. I was planning to spend about $2,500 on product this year between retail, hobby, and whatever. Obviously, I got a little carried away. I'm already at $3,271. And so I'm already, if I buy these three products, right, Select, Mosaic, and Obsidian, I'll probably be sitting around $3,500, maybe even more by the end of the basketball card season. Hopefully my wife isn't watching this. Anyways, no, it's not. It's really not that bad. Major takeaways here. One, if you're just buying cards to open them, do not plan on making all your money back. Just treat it like lottery tickets, to be honest. If you're trying to make money and invest, either buy sealed wax and don't open it for years, or buy specific cards on players that are Hall of Famers and have like a lot of longevity and popularity. Another takeaway here is on the popular sets like Prism, Optic, Select, Mosaic, I don't know if I'm ever going to buy hobby boxes. Blasters, maybe. But I tend to enjoy opening the lower end products more, and I kind of like the ROI better. Maybe it's because it's like lower risk. Maybe it's a lower ceiling, but also a lower cost. But I have had more fun opening those products in general, and they seem to be more consistently at that like 50%. But who knows? I might change my mind the next time I open a Select product or an Optic product and pull like a monster card. Anyways, those are just my thoughts. Hopefully you found this video useful. Please let me know if like what I could do differently next time that might help. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks, guys.